Hello, welcome to Marketing Insights by Ziza, and today we'll be discussing a step-by-step guide on how to develop your marketing plan. It's the end of the year and it's that time again when people put together a marketing plan for the coming year. Have you put together your marketing plan yet? Well, if you haven't, not to worry, here's a step-by-step guide on how to put together a marketing plan for your organization. The very first thing you need to do is to define your marketing objectives. What are you looking to achieve in the coming year? You must ensure that your marketing objectives are aligned with your business objectives so that your business objective is not going south while your marketing objectives is going north. You must ensure that your marketing objectives are achievable and measurable, especially within a given time period. For example, you can say we'd like to increase our brand awareness by 15% next year. Or you can say we'd like to increase our leads by maybe 10% next year. You can also have something like we'd like to increase our conversion rate by 10% next year. Again, you must ensure that they are attainable. Don't just go and put something because you want the person you report to be happy. Put something that you know very well is actually very achievable. The next thing you need to do is to define your target audience. You shouldn't just have a one-size-fits-all target audience. There's no such thing as that. Your target audience must be defined and segmented in a way that it meets their pain point. I'll give you an example. A noodle brand, for example. The mother is a different target and the child who actually eats the noodle eats a different target audience. The mother is concerned about the health of the child and is concerned about the buying power. How expensive is this product? Can I afford it? While the child is basically looking for something that's yummy in terms of taste and looking for something that has maybe cartoon characters in it. That's what McDonald's uses in selling their child's meat. For every McDonald's child's product you buy, there's always a cartoon character in it. There's always a toy in it. So you must understand that whatever appeals to the mom will be different from whatever appeals to the daughter, even if the product is one and the same. So ensure that you have your target audience segmented in such a way that the message will get to each of them. The next one is to identify the channels. What channels are you going to use in passing your marketing message across? Again, your channels must align with your target audience. You can't pick a channel simply because you like the channel. You must ensure that it's a channel that your target audience visits from time to time and they spend the most of their time on. For example, you want to reach out to a 17-year-old and you then go on LinkedIn to reach out to such a person. You're not likely to meet him or her on LinkedIn. You're likely to meet him or her on TikTok. The next thing you need to do is to identify your tactics. What tactics am I going to use to reach these people? I'll give you an example of the 17-year-old I mentioned earlier. So instead of writing an article for that 17-year-old, why not do a video, right? Because that 17-year-old is more likely to watch a video than read a full article. So you must pick your tactics once you've selected your channels. And be sure that your tactics again align with your target audience. In all of this discussion, recall that we keep going back to your target audience or target audience. So if you miss it at the stage of your target audience, it's a big problem. You're likely to miss it as well entirely. So ensure that you spend time to actually craft out and segment your target audience, who they are, and what are their habits. The next thing you need to do is to outline your process and your tools that you need for marketing. What process are you going to follow in ensuring that your marketing objectives are met? And what tools are you going to use? If you say, for example, we're going to write a lot of articles, or maybe we're going to do a lot of videos, do you have the tools that you need for video marketing? For example, do you have a Vidyard account that will help you host your videos, help you monetize your videos, get leads for your videos, and so on? You need the right tools in order to be able to scale, because doing them manually one after the other is not going to give you, because doing them manually is going to be very tedious and you won't get much value from that except you add tools to it in order to put your marketing on steroids. The next thing you need to do is to actually outline your budget. How much is this going to cost? Remember, we talked about a tool earlier. Are you going to pay subscription for the tool? We talked about the tactics. Are you going to record a video? Do you need someone to come in and do the recording? How much is it going to cost? Are you going to run paid ads? How much are paid ads going to cost? Are you going to use an influencer? How much will the influencer charge you? And things like that. Outline everything in your budget so that your chief finance officer can work towards the budget that you have. There's no such thing as free lunch, even in Freetown. The last but not the least is to establish your marketing metrics. How do you measure the outcome? How do you measure it to ensure that your objectives have been met? And for each channel, Each platform and each tactics, there are different metrics that you can actually use to measure to ensure that your target is met. And when you're actually selecting the metrics that you measure, look out for vanity metrics. Some people measure things that are actually not important. Ensure that the metrics you are measuring are in line with your objective. For example, you don't want to measure how many likes you have on a social media post when what you're actually looking for is number of leads generated. So it depends on your business plan, it depends on your business objectives. Watch out for vanity metrics. Don't be carried away by things like shares and things like likes when it doesn't align with your business objective. You also need to put together a team. Who is going to implement marketing for you? Are you going to implement it in-house? Do you have the manpower? Are you going to get an agency to do it for you? Are you going to get freelancers to do it? You must understand that marketing works as a team. No one person can actually execute a marketing plan. You have the role of the writer in the marketing plan. You have the role of the strategist. You have the role of the art director. You have the role of the software person. You have the role of the community manager who's going to manage your social media pages. You actually do have to work with a team. So you have to decide what team will work on it. Are you going to have the team in-house? Are you going to hire an agency to do it? Or are you going to just have one person in-house who will then work with various freelancers who will get it to work for you? Thank you for joining us. Follow us on our social media platforms and look out for our next episode.